Hello, ladies, gents, and bored dolphins watching this from their cozy homes beneath the sea. What you don't know about the hidden civilization of dolphins beneath the ocean? Look it up, it's a real thing. It's absolutely a real thing. The dolphins have evolved to create a society where they get bored and watch YouTube videos of humans doing crazy antics like this one. It is an absolutely real thing, not a conspiracy theory at all, nothing that I am yanking your chain about. It's all real, documented, and we have already opened diplomatic lines and everything. It's quite the international mess. It's been in the news lately, so hopefully you have a good time looking that up on the internet and not feeling foolish at all when you find out it's all a ruse. I was totally messing with you. That's not real at all. Dolphins are stupid. Anyway, we are going into the daily challenge of Spelunky. It is the 22nd of October, and I am very happy to report that I am going to be ghosting again. I'm going to be trying for the absolute madman of money grubbing scheme, and hopefully we can make lots and lots and lots of money. Be at the top of that leaderboard, make many millions, maybe even attempt. I don't think I will, because I forgot I had the intention. This is all an impromptu plan. Nice, we got some climbing gloves out of that. This is all an impromptu plan that is hatching right at this moment as I speak. Maybe attempt one of those absolutely insane dupes that have been coming out lately. I don't know if you're aware of the Spelunky meta right now, but there's something real exciting going on with score runs these days. And it's all about, if you eliminate enough, they call it noise, from a level, and group up every single gem that you have ghosted, group it all up all neatly into a perfect stack that can be picked up all at once when you walk over it. That's too bad, I guess I'll pick it up. If you do that, the Spelunky engine has a weird render glitch, and it will think that you picked up way more than you actually did. So it will in fact duplicate the money that you grab out of that. It is super uncanny, it's super strange, must have been discovered by some weird ass mistake, and somebody realized, holy crap, I made like 150,000 out of that vault plus whatever else I picked up. That makes no sense at all. What is going on? This is all speculation. I have not gone like I should. I should have gone onto, I'm sure it's on the Spelunky Reddit right now, how this exactly works. I've only watched Kenny Jobs, otherwise known as Jamie White, his videos on it, because he made recently a $4 million plus, not just score run, but also a daily run 4 million score plus, 4 million plus score. Using this trick, you eliminate every bit of noise from a level, which means destroying any item. Like, I will have to destroy this, I will have to destroy this rock. I have not looked it up, so I know exactly what counts and what doesn't. He also seemed to be a little puzzled during his video, and he needed to check several times with the research, you see. But capes from vampires count as noise. Probably the cobweb counts as noise. Like, there's a whole bunch of items. Let's see if we can put that there, that you have to get rid of in order to the duplication to happen. And this level is not even worth it, I don't think, because I think it's also the money inside, right? Like this, that money needs to be taken away for this entire scheme to be fruitful. It is very weird, it's very weird, but it's like tricking this Spelunky engine to count money that does not exist. It's a strange rendering glitch that I cannot possibly explain right now. It's something in the engine that makes it happen, but it's super interesting. I was pretty fascinated with it, and with that new scheme, there's the 3 million glass ceiling has been broken. Man, I could have had both of those gems if I had the presence of mind to ghost it from that side. Yeah, that enormous glass ceiling that has not been broken for quite some time of what was it, the previous one? 3.5, 3.6, something like that. Now is being absolutely shattered by, I think the latest is 4.3, 4.5. I could be completely wrong about that, but very close to that. I think we're going to have to spin our rope here to be able to get through that. We're not going to go single gems with my bomb, but we're absolutely going to ghost absolutely everything there is. Well, so yeah, if you're interested in that, just search Jamie White on YouTube. You'll be able to see that absolutely insane score, and because it takes so long, I believe that run was 6 hours long, because you have to go through the entirety of the level deleting and destroying all the items, you know, being extremely diligent about the way that you go about things. So I think we want to put this there and then put a rope right there. Well, that's bad. Too bad. I messed up. I didn't think that the ghost was coming from directly above me, but I should have known. I should have definitely had done that differently. Yeah, check him out. He has a YouTube channel where he posts his stuff. And because the run was over 6 hours long, then he made a shorter version, like a 40-minute, 50-minute version, which I was listening to while drawing, of going through all this stuff and how he does his process and what matters and what doesn't matter. So I have a pretty okay understanding of how it works, just not terribly well researched. So I don't think I'm going to attempt it here, especially because, you know, these videos, I do need to weight entertainment value versus performance. I don't want to spend the next 6 hours ghosting gems, so I don't think I'll ever try to attempt such an absolutely insane thing. But do feel free to check him out, his channel on YouTube, and I am sure that if you go to the Spelunky subreddit, you'll see all kinds of posts about it. I really have neglected doing that because I just forget when I am not playing Spelunky. I just forget that, you know, to check out that stuff. But I am sure it's there. So if you're interested, if you're fascinated, if you want to do it for yourself because you fashioned yourself a Spelunky god, then go ahead and check those out. It's really interesting. It's very interesting how is it 5-6 years after, I think it's 5 years after it's released, people are just now discovering this absolutely insane mechanic. I want the sapphire that was all the way at the bottom there, and I'm willing to risk my life to go grab it. Give me that thing. Alright, this is good. Looking good. Just remember that I have the cape. Pretty easy to go around. Probably that small ingot at the top of the screen over there that I have bypassed several times has been driving you insane, and I've been ignoring it forever. I think we're just going to go. There is some money over there to be made. I didn't even look. There might be something amazing, but let's just leave. So leave to the next level. Ah, no shotgun. I got an attack of stupid. And I could not remember to grab that shotgun, and now Grunk is here to ruin my life. Grunk, you just prevented me. You just prevented me, Grunk, from whipping that gold pile. Please go away. Oh my goodness. Please go away. Grunk. Yes, thank you for going to F yourself. You filthy scumbag. You are actually working against me. Grunk, come here. Come here, Grunk. Get destroyed. Here. I cannot throw him any harder. Grunk. Actually, with your help also, I can duplicate money. I'm not going to because I will rather just see you explode. But also, there's another form of duplication. We're now going to technical matters. Another form of duplication, which is using the hard hand. Nice. Using the hard hand to drop him onto the pile of perfectly ghosted gems. And if you do it just right, where he drops at the same time as you drop, you get a double pickup. I was hoping for that stuff to be destroyed. What is happening? What the hell, man? Alright, well, he's going to leave that there. That powder keg has been created by Acme. Wally Coyote's favorite brand. And it's not going to explode. Making sure that the shopkeeper is not down there doing some crazy shenanigans. Probably this was triggered, but just in case doing that. There's Belinda. She deserves to be rescued, but not at the cost of my own life, so... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Arrow try should be doable. Oh, it's already triggered. These mad people... Oh, absolute mad lads. They are all murdering each other. Actually, I should just simply stay here. They should get themselves killed. And we're just going to get in here through the top, and I don't have spike shoes, so... 2 bombs like so should take care of this problem. Shopkeeper-shaped problem. Now we have a nice. We actually got the shotgun out of that quite easily. I would like to get the ghost to murder this man. Oh boy! Please. My goodness, you're still alive. That was super infuriating to miss that stomp. I feel like I was not even at fault. Isn't that stomp? But thankfully I was spared. My life was spared from ultimate humiliation by that shopkeeper. I don't think there was even anything to ghost at the top here, so we're just going to give it a cursory glance. Not even, yeah, I'll spin a rope to simply check that out, simply because we have a lot of money right now, and it's good to grab. Okay, be careful here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Everything has been triggered. All 3, right? Making sure that the one at the top is triggered as well. Okay, this is possibly going to kill me. It is triggered indeed. Give me that shotgun, please. There is a gem down there. Meh. There is the idol. $5,000. Yeah, we'll grab it after I grab the vault. Oh. This ghost is perfectly positioned to piss me off. Was there an opening to get into Belinda's cave right there and rescue her butt? I don't think there was. What hurt me here? I have 3 points of health. Did I eat an arrow sometime? I was so distracted telling you all about the new and exciting things I have discovered that I have no idea. I must have eaten an arrow at some point. Did not even realize it. So yeah, now there is an insane amount of potential for even higher scores in Spelunky, but they take so much dedication. Like I said, 6 hours plus of a run. That's too much, man. I can't commit to such long sessions of spelunking. This is a bad idea, but hey, I did not get the ghosting that I wanted. That was possibly a pixel perfect escape from that ghost. I deserved it to be murdered. I wasn't though. We're just gonna leave this shotgun so it doesn't get ultra crushed. I think up here would be an okay thing to do. This is all triggered, I believe. Let's grab that. Watch the good times roll. There goes a sweet, sweet gem. Just in case, triggering that, I would have totally been murdered. Because I did not realize that that was not triggered at all. Okay, now we have a boulder somewhere. Let's rescue this. It's already stopped. Oh, this is not an exit at all. Hey, we got a gem out of that. That's pretty good. Already ghosted. Boulder stopped over there. It did free up this money and creating a gap. No, it didn't. It's not really an interest to go in there. Belinda can just suck an egg. I don't give a damn about her life. Your life is not worth it, Belinda. You're scum to me. You're only sacrificial flesh. I would go after your flesh if I had an option to sacrifice you to Callie. But you're nothing. You're less than nothing. You're dirt. Yeah, I'll just grab it. I just can't. Like I said, I can't be bothered sometimes, and this is one of those times where it's like, you know what? That is fascinating. I will keep my 1.5, 2 million max scores, man. I'm sorry. I ain't dedicated enough for such shenanigans. Well, this man is holding Adam hostage, and it does pain me to see him treated so poorly. Please don't murder me, Super Spider. I just want you out of the way. Let's see if we can get rid of this super duper spider mega 8-leg monstrosity. Well, that's not what I wanted, the outcome that I wanted out of that. So, kind of salty about that. Here we can get rid of this one as well. Nice stuff. One more. Oh, Fantastic super dodge, super spider. I am always impressed by your ability to avoid every single one of my attacks. Kind of want to trigger this guy. It's just so he stops being a pain in the ass because... There. Because he's just going to get in the way eventually. Since I'm going to have to go around this level all the time. It would be awesome if this man got spiked, but there you go. I was about to shoot him in the face. You have to, because he committed suicide. And there's a crate up there. I'll spend the two bombs to get to it. Seems like a worthy endeavor since there's also money. Alright, let's check this out. Give me some bombs so I feel good about myself on this investment. Yeah, good stuff, yeah. Wait to get this emerald and chest. Well, that was ruined immediately. That's another reason why I can't actually get done these super duper high scores runs, because I'm just clumsy. I'm bad. not going to make it. Not going to make it happen. Oh, really? I thought that bomb was perfectly positioned, but Spelunky disagreed with me. This super spider has a mission to avoid every single shot that I send in its direction. Okay. There's a crazy man down there. A lot of monsters all over the place. I would be very happy if this spider just died. Whoa, whoa. Don't trap me, brother. Let's try the ropes right there. This spider combined with the shopkeeper is such a pain in the ass. I'm hoping for his shots to make it to the spider. That will be very helpful. But of course we have much business to attend to. Oh, well, please. There you are. Much business to attend to in the ghosting department. Some of you guys find it boring. I really don't. I really don't find it boring. Even after all this time, I am okay with ghosting. It's a zen kind of thing for me. It's an enjoyable process that I can just use to run my mouth all the time. Makes me feel slightly bad, pretty consistently, because I fail miserably so many times to not pick up those gems. Trying to trigger that. So we can grab these. Actually, let's just put them at the bottom there. Make my life a little bit easier to then get around the ghost. There's a spider that has made it all the way to that corner. Really fascinating. The path, adventure of the spider somehow made it all the way from the top, where we triggered it first. So it's right next to the castle. Oh, shopkeeper not dead. These bullets should definitely hit him eventually, and indeed they have. Yes, this pleases me. Alright. With the shopkeeper dead, we want to ghost the amazing spider that finally has met its doom. Give me that stuff. And I believe there was one more gem elsewhere that we want to ghost. So let's see if we can find it. There's also a pile of gold up there that I would like to help myself to. Actually, no, we seem to be done with the exception of that emerald, which we should be able to ghost without much trouble. Just gotta make it from the top right here. There you are. There you are. Yes, indeed. I gotta keep one ear. If you feel like I'm a little distracted, I don't know how much it shows. I don't know how much it comes through. If you feel like I am slightly distracted today, it's because I have to keep an ear out for somebody knocking at my door, because we have scheduled this mundane, boring story that I got for. It's not even a story. It's just a thing that's going on right now. My boiler. The boiler is fine, but I did schedule a maintenance appointment. But also, the downstairs area gets no heat. I'm extremely disappointed by that. Extremely disappointed. And you know, I live in Alaska. It's getting pretty nippy out there. My nipples do get hard all the time when I get outside. So, pretty important to keep your house warm. My downstairs area is not getting any heat. I have felt around with the pipes trying to see if I could, you know, bottom of the competence barrel, fix it up with my very, very limited knowledge. But yeah, all I can see is that the pipe is just not getting hit right out of the boiler. So beyond my area of expertise, I don't want to mess around with cables and stuff. Probably it's just a cable that got shorted, or you know, one of those things that hopefully has a very easy fix, because it doesn't seem to be mechanically related. Of course, there could be something wrong inside the boiler itself, but because the rest of the house is getting perfectly fine heat, I think we're gone. We're gone out of here. I'm pretty sure it's just an electrical issue that can be solved in a jiffy, hopefully. So I have to watch out. I got it scheduled for some time today. I have to constantly be listening to see if somebody's knocking at my door. That's why you might notice that I'm slightly more distracted than usual. And you probably have not noticed at all, because I am usually completely airheaded. So there's no difference whatsoever to my norm. Let's throw all this filthy undead scum. Want to get rid of it all. Oh yeah, Mr. Vampire Man gets shot in the face repeatedly. See, if I were trying to dupe things, I will have to work real hard to get rid of these capes. Maybe find a crush block somewhere. Okay, let's simply continue exploring. We'll be back to ghost the crap out of this level, because it seems like there's quite a few gems just outside. Don't even need to... Ooh, and the black market is right here. Fantastic stuff. Always appreciate it so much when I don't have to get stressed out about the black market showing up or not. It is just so damn stressful, you know. So damn stressful to worry about, oh, did I find it? Did I lose it? Blah, blah, blah. The usual narrative of me being salty about the black market being a pain in the ass. Please, get wrecked. Thank you so much for getting utterly destroyed by my action. Disgusting scum man. And now we're just going to gather some money. Let's get all that cash, put it together next to the white idol, which is all the way at the top here. Not feeling too bad about spending these ropes. Now you're getting this level like a blouse. Well, there was nothing in there. And then I picked up a gem because I am idiotic like that. Let's go over to these right here. Get those two. And if I spend 2 gems, I'll get that crown. It's not really worth it, but I do want to be crowned king of this land. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to put another bomb there, because why the hell not? I am crowned the king and proprietor of this realm. That emerald's not happening. Pretty hard to get to that vine indeed. Just get that money. Let's see if we can get around those. We can leave those gems there. What I really care about is grabbing these up here. I might as well grab the idol. Kind of dumb, because I grabbed the idol and now the ghost comes from that side. So, you know, that was not the smartest thing I ever did. Not the smartest thing I ever did. The entire point was getting the ghosts to get that stuff, and I was like, oh, it will come from behind the other ghost, everything will be fine. But no, I'm a total fool. I did not think this through. It's okay though, because it's pretty easy to get the ghosts to be right next to each other. I just ruined my efficient ghosting opportunity. It's pretty silly all the time that I have wasted just getting these ghosts now to get all together. In fact, let's work actively to get that done before I try to manipulate them. It is a major pain in the ass to work around the ghosts when they're not gathered together like that. So let's do this. Now I just need to be careful not to get them into my face. Got to shotgun jump up there. Get that ghost. Yeah. Good stuff. And now we'll just wait a little bit. Oh. Must not touch. So that stuff up there, I must have it. Good stuff. I do want those 2 gems over there. I'm not willing to risk my life to get it ghosted, but maybe we can do it from this side. Have I even gone this way? Please stop bouncing around like a moron. Also got that over there, but not really worth it. We should be done quite quickly. And then we can move on. Do you guys enjoy my riveting boiler story? I actually do have a whole litany of grievances about my heat situation. For the longest time before we plunked down, it was 10 freaking grand to get a new boiler. But the one that we used to have, man, it would just break down so often. It was such trash. The boiler that came with this house. It would leave us without heat in the middle of the winter. It was awful. It was awful. So we had to plunk down the big bucks. Get it all taken care of. It's kind of a meme between the people that fix boilers. They come around, yep, another Delta Triangle. That's what they'll tell you. Because they hate them. They hate them because they're garbage. So, if you are looking to buy a new house, and you live in a place where you need a dedicated apparatus to give your living space heat, make sure that your contractor, if you're building one, or the person that's selling it, the house to you, shows you the boiler, and you know it is not a freaking Delta Triangle boiler. I'm pretty sure those are even phased out at this point. They were so bad. I would not be surprised if they're not even for sale no more. I'm trying so hard to get rid of this ghost. This is a complete scumbag of a ghost. I am trying to get all the way to the one that was next to the white idol. That's what's trying to happen here, and this should be our last trip through this accursed mess. Just get Jake completely crushed just out of spite. He called me a bad name. I did not endorse him. He needed to die. He looked at me in the eyes and said, "You're a filthy Mexican." And I could not abide such racism. So I had to murder him through utterly atrocious means. Okay, that doesn't seem to be a hard hand anyway. But it's probably just waiting for me to commit an indiscretion. So many bombs, I like this a lot. And a jetpack, yeah. Probably just waiting for me to get into a really good position to destroy me. There's only... okay, there's 2, so I am good to go. What a great black market. Wow, this is fantastic. Now give me a Mattock and it will be the greatest of all time. No Mattock, but at this point, I'm like, wow, this is good. 3 madmen in there, absolute crazy people. Wreck this person. Okay, fellas. You know what? Why take a risk? Why take a risk? You get rid of them like that. Spend that bomb. It's okay. Just have him get the hell out of there. Careful though, there could be a 3rd one. There's always a 3rd one. Man, this black market has so many explosions. Fantastic stuff. Explosives. It will have explosions. Quite shortly. Let's not throw my life into the abyss. Careful, it could be another. Could be another absolute mad lad. At the end of this tunnel. Nope, he has been obliterated. By action of his own stupidity. Just jumping in front of a ticket trap like a dumbass Mongolian. Put that bomb there. I don't mean Mongoloid. I literally meant Mongolian. I hate people from Mongolia and I think they're all stupid. Yeah, this man is dead. That was so easy. This was one of the easiest black markets I've had in a long time. Everybody complied to be the least amount of pain that I could have possibly decided for. Now I have 633 bombs. What a fantastic seed. We did not find a vault yet in the jungle, but really not bad so far. Could have been considered. Yeah, we'll have to crush them. As I consider trying to go for that dupe, trying to make it happen, but it seems pretty hard to line up all the line up all the gems. What I should be doing though is getting these pots together. There should be some gem at the bottom here. Nothing really. Did I truly just explode absolutely everything before gathering the pots? That would be very bad. Will make me feel extremely inappropriate. And it really did. Oh, there was a gem there. Did not see it. Unfortunate. Let's just get these ghosted while I'm here. Why the hell not? Anyway, I'm trying to find a place to put these pots to blow them up so we get a double pickup. It's not even worth it though if it's only one pot. Yeah, not even gonna happen. Just give me those two, and I think there's just nothing up there, so we're just going to leave. God damn it! Every time with this damn lantern, it covers up the gem. So there's another bomb wasted, but you must be used to that by now. All right, I think we have done everything. Now it's just a matter getting the gems actually ghosted. Should not take long at all. Manipulating this ghost. It's really quite easy. Quite easy. Quite routine. Let your mind drift for a while. We could even start early on the rant. I don't have anything planned today. We could actually elaborate on things that we have gone through before, because that entire AI discussion that I was saying, basically, here's a condensed version of my thesis. If an AI is not fully self-determined, we can control it in some way, in some capacity, therefore it will not become deadly to humanity. If an AI is fully self-determined, it will commit self-termination. That was the entire thesis, and there was a lot of replies on that. I did not expect so much engagement on that. People have a lot of opinions on that, and some of them were really quite interesting. Some of them I felt like, but you're missing my point. Which is the AI you're describing is not fully self-determined. You are ascribing some limitations to it. Therefore, it means that humans can control it in some way. Because if it has limitations, they are human-imposed limitations. Therefore, if you cannot get around the human-imposed limitations that you are ascribing it, probably we are able to control it in some way. But anyway, I realized also that like this argument, you can poke a ton of holes into it, and the bottom line is it's completely impossible to know what this entity will be like, and that's probably why it shouldn't be made. But you know, just like humanity does things just to see what happens, right? Because we're curious beings like that. There's no malice ascribed to it. Sometimes, some other times it's absolutely malicious. This man gets utterly wrecked by action of my shotgun. Fantastic. By pump action of my shotgun. But anyway, just wanted to state, I already replied to everybody saying, you know what, there's a ton of replies here, and there's no way I could cover a reply to it all. But it was a very interesting thing to read what people thought, and the counter arguments to my idea, and I really appreciate the discussion, or that sometimes rebuttal, sometimes addition, sometimes agreement. I appreciate all that. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, that was a really cool thing to read about. And just the fact that they not try to, like, argue back or something, I hope it doesn't deter you from opining in the future, because I genuinely found it really interesting to hear everybody's input on that entire scenario. One of the most interesting ones, or perhaps the most likely one, is that such a thing doesn't even... There's like zero probability of such a thing being even possible being created by mankind for a number of reasons. I give that like a 50-50 chance, man, of it being possible or not. But anyway, we already went through a lot of that stuff. I'm not going to retread that entire topic. I just wanted to touch on it by way of saying that was really cool to read about. I'm very happy that I encouraged everybody to spill their guts on the issue. That's not going to work out. There's a way to attach the bomb where I want it. I already spent one, so might as well spend another. I don't really know how to do it though. I think you just need to hold up the directional key while you attach it to the corner. Otherwise, you just drop it, and you are a total idiot. Trying to look cool, and you don't get it done. So let's get this vault taken care of. Pretty damn awesome discussions going on. There was something else, and then I completely forgot about it. Like, I had already thought about, hey, this would be also cool to bring up if I get stuck ghosting at some time. But I completely forgot it already. Quite the regrettable thing, but what do you want me to do about it? Nothing I can do about it. I can't jog my memory right now. It was related to bringing up things from the comments, but I just completely forgot. What was it? It even came up when I first started talking about the entire AI discussion. It also came up, and I made a micro decision there to talk about the AI first, and then I completely forgot the other. So it'll come back. Don't worry about it. It will drift back into my consciousness. It's not a big deal. All right. Until that happens, I'm going to try and make some money. Stand right here. Probably not even going to go to Major Stupid over there, even though he's so damn cute. A cute little doggo. There's a gem as well, so maybe I want to get that done. Kind of annoying to get through here. Might as well get that sapphire as well. Yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah. You filthy monkey, get off my back. It should be good. Yeah, give me that. Sweet, sweet diamond. Some sweet cash. Trying to make this seed is fantastic, by the way. It's super good so far. Could turn to utter crap later on, but for now, big money making bucks. For reference, Jamie White would have 1 million by now. So that's how insane it gets. But of course, you know, a 6-hour Spelunky daily challenge. One, I will die before that happens. Just malnourishment, just starvation, because I have a very high metabolism. I just need to consume raw flesh all the time. Like, I'll edit out breaks in which I'm just mowing down on raw rats, trying to stay alive. Just a little bit longer to create commentary. And raw rats came into my mind just now because I just read a story of the past of Guts. I was reading through volume 37 of Berserker, and he eats a rat raw while he is imprisoned when he was young. It's the story of how he first saw a little elf, a little hint of the supernatural world that is all around him. I was hoping that bomb would. Oh man, there's 2? This changes everything. I'm so glad that I used my bomb to get to that money. Very important to get that cash. Can I? That's the question. Can I get a ghost and then not die? Yeah, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. We're going to be just fine. This ghost is not going to touch me. It's going to be perfectly executed. No balls as a bow tie right now. Absolutely not happening. Wonderful stuff. I think that I left some money over here, and also there's sweet emerald right there. Doing my bestest to get as much money as possible. Berserk, man, I used to just like it. Then I started loving it. I am so invested in that story by now. I'm on volume 37 of the 39 that have been released by now. 39 is the latest right now. I've talked about Berserk in the past so far before, and it's just, I am constantly awestruck, man. I just spend several minutes in many pages just admiring the art. Is absolutely bonkers. If you have ever had even a passing interest in comic books, graphic novels, manga, anything even remotely related to books with pictures and words in them, Berserk is just mind-blowing. Caveat, strictly for people that are mature audiences only. It's a lot of adult themes, including lots and lots and lots of rape. And I'm sure that if you're even remotely familiar with Japanese culture, they're way more into, not permissive, but more prone to feature such things in their works of art. It's not nearly as much of a huge deal as it is in the West. It's kind of like part of the entertainment. Is not, I wouldn't say there's a rape culture, but I would definitely say the customs around it and the standards around it is far more lax than it is in Western art. Like a rape scene in a movie is a huge deal. In the West, I don't know about movies in Japan, but damn, is rape treated as a... I mean, it's still an extremely traumatic thing, but it's something that is going to be happening all the freaking time. And I'm kind of misrepresenting that. There's just a few of the volumes that go a little too hard on it. For the most part, like I've read maybe 10 whole volumes and there's none of that stuff lately. Like it's just some sections of it that indulge on it a little too much, but you know, still a good parental advisory right there from me, your daddy Blargh, to all my children out there that watch this stuff. Both illegitimate, adoptive, and honorary. Oh, you fellas are part of the Blargh family, you stand warned. But if you are 18 or older and really do not get triggered by such things, holy crap, is it a modern war? It's just this is a cliche of a sentence, modern classic, but it really is the high watermark, the standard for gorgeous, painstaking, wonderful art. Nothing I can say that could praise it enough. And not just that, the story is fantastic. Guts, the main character, this the struggler. It's basically the story of how he gets completely screwed by life all the time, and he just pushes on. He is perhaps the most badass character I've ever read about. He gets to a point where he's massively overpowered, but everything keeps scaling up and up and up and up, where he is just a superhuman killing machine, and he still gets utterly wrecked by the threats, because it goes from, it starts really small with one-on-one fights, ends up being him fighting against evil ancient gods and absolute madness. So the threats keep up with his power. So while he is insanely overpowered against mortals by now, and he mows them down literally by the hundreds, the threats keep keeping up with his power level, to the point like that he's still the extreme underdog. The new threat that comes up, it's always like, how can he even face this? And he does eventually, and he'll prevail at enormous cost to him. And that's what I really like what really draws you in. Even as overpowered as this character is, he still struggles in every single story. He gets beat up and utterly wrecked all the time, and he chooses that. And that is one of the massive... I'm getting just a little choked up just thinking about it, just telling you about it. It's like, that's perhaps the main draw of the character. He chooses to do these things. Not just altruistic, like, he does have some people to protect, but he's also full of hatred. He's full of this really deep resentment of somebody that betrayed him monumentally in the past, so he's driven by that rage. And the Berserker is very much an apt name of it. I'm just impressed that... Wonder how much Kentaro Miura, I think I'm pronouncing that right, but that's the author. Wonder how much he planned ahead of time, because the arc, the whole story is just so impressive. All the stuff that happens, and it has some really small beginnings. I mean, it starts when he's already a super badass, and then it cuts from there and it goes back to his beginnings and explains everything, how it happened from the very beginning. So I do wonder just how much planning there was involved and how much he has improvised throughout the ages. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes it sags a little bit, sometimes the humor gets a little goofy, but I think it's par for the the standard of how manga is treated. There will be some really goofy stuff next to some really gnarly themes. There will be that, and then suddenly this chibi looking goof scene. There's some comic relief characters that are interweaved between seriously messed up imagery and scenes. So, you know, there's some a little bit of tone dissonance there that I think you just gotta get used to it. It's just the style. And by now, it used to be pretty jarring. By now, it's just like you kind of get used to it, and it's like, yeah, no big deal. There was no vault there was a vault at some point in the jungle. But anyway, overall, the main draw of this character is just his perseverance. He will not back down on anything at any time. And it's just so impressive. Always gets me. It's like, how can he possibly get through this? And he eventually does. But he is slowly being destroyed as a human being because of all the things that he has to, all the sacrifices that he's constantly making. So I know I'm totally weaving out at this point and being an utter nerd talking about this story, but damn it, I'm a writer myself. I am entitled. I'm entitled to geek out about stories and admire the way that they are crafted and how they really draw you in. Because at this time, I am super invested in the character. It's like I was reading and I'm being like, wow, man, this is really good. And it gives you that moment of realization, like, this is really good. Let's think about what makes it so good. Why am I so invested in this one? In some other stories, I don't get that invested. And it boils down to that, to the character being in constant threat of his very humanity being obliterated, of facing seemingly unsurmountable odds, and he will face them with defiance. He will express some degree of fear sometimes because he gets in some really gnarly stuff, but most of the time it's not like overconfidence, it's more like, I'm going to get through this no matter what. And it really draws you in. The character itself has a lot of, he's almost an anti-hero. Like, many times he goes the whole I don't care routine kind of deal, but he does have a lot of heroic qualities. At this point, he is more street hero than anti-hero. He just has an attitude. It's a hero with an attitude, pretty much. Hey, Jackie, come to my arms. You have collapsed from your little hole. It is an intimidating fiction to get into, though, because right now there's a ton of books out. Like I said, 39 volumes so far. Each volume is $15. So, if you want the entire collection, it's going to run you for quite a lot of money. And here's another thing that is a little iffy. If you want to start from the very beginning, you would have to... if you want to start from the very beginning, the art then, because you have to understand, this series was started before I was born. I think the first one was 1983. This man has been drawing the same story for the last 30-something years. It's absolutely insane, the dedication of this man. And the art, I do have the first volume. I don't have the whole collection. I started reading it right after the Golden Arc, the Golden Era arc, which is the movies. That's how I got into Berserk. I learned about it first through Dark Souls references. People saying, yeah, this game takes a lot of inspiration from Berserk, the manga. It's like, oh, really? Let me check that out. And it looked really cool. There was a movie on Netflix, which I would recommend to anybody. The animation sometimes is wonky, but I would recommend to absolutely anybody that is mature enough to handle such themes as I have stated. And I thought, like, wow, this is really good. It really is absolutely fantastic. So, got the other two movies that are out, not on Netflix, they were out on Amazon, and that's how I went through that entire Golden Era, Golden Age, Golden something arc. Go through all that. It's like, this story is amazing. It gets super weird. Oh, it gets weird. Holy crap. But got into it, and that started me buying books right after those events. Ended up watching all of the TV animated series as well, which I did not like as much. I like the movies quite a lot because they cut out a lot of the fluff. Cut out a lot of the fluff that works in the volumes in the manga. It doesn't really work for me in the TV animated series. There's just too much. It's just too much of it. It bogs it down. The movies, I feel they are way better edited and scripted because they cut out a ton of the kind of foolish and side questy stuff. They streamlined the narrative a lot, and I think that they did a pretty good job at that. Even though there's some stuff that you don't really understand in the movies, and then you watch the animated series or read the manga, and it's like, oh yeah, that's why that happened. I did not get it in the movie. But for the most part, I would say they made the right choices to cut it down to a feature-length animation. It was a good job. I don't know what the general opinion of most people is, but my personal opinion was that the movies, while not as detailed, I think they did a fantastic job to cut down the narrative to something that is a lot more consumable by the general populace, as opposed to the animated series, which the animation was way worse, I would say. It's pretty wonky. The art is a little wonky as well. Definitely does not do it enough justice. It's probably the best thing produced. And I'm talking about, holy crap, please don't think I'm not. I'm talking about the more modern version. I'm talking about the classic old TV series. If you're a fan and you're listening to me talk, I'm not talking about the 2016 Berserk. 2016 Berserk is an abomination that is utterly and awfully animated. It's just so bad. But I have not gotten the stomach to watch the whole thing. It was just so bad. It was so terrible. But the classic one, way better. I was trying to make a point here. Oh yeah, saying that if you want to get from the start, the art might turn you off. The art is kind of garbage at the beginning. Not kind of garbage, that's unfair. It's not nearly as good as it is in the modern time. The man has improved so much. There's the Moai head right there. The man has improved so much in all the years, and I hope so, because damn it, he's been drawing the same stuff for over 30 years. You would think he would have improved by now, and he has. And it's just awe-inspiring. It's amazing inspiration for wanting to get my own art looking good. It is the best art I've ever seen, bar none. And I'm not a big connoisseur. I've been getting a lot more into comics lately, and that's another can of worms I don't even want to talk about. It's it's tied up with the culture war and the whole identity politics stuff. But I've been getting into comics a lot more recently, and I have not seen art that comes even close. The only art that I've seen that is comparable and still does not get close, it's Ethan Van Sciver's art, and Kentaro Miura just blows it out of the water. It's just insane how good it looks. Anyway, I am carrying this mine trying to destroy some gem supports. It's not working though, because there's no gems in the walls, and the gems that are in the walls are covered up by a freaking Kali out there. So there doesn't seem like I can use this mine for anything. I'm going to leave it, get it blown up. I will gather up all the pots though. See if we can get a good spot. This seems like a safe place where we can express our opinions without being judged. Let's see if we can grab another pot. There was one down there, but it's obscured by a filthy, disgusting gem. An emerald. So I'm not interested in that just yet. So I don't think there's enough, there's nothing to be saving mines for. That's what I'm trying to say here. Of course we want to make a wonderful sacrifice to Kali. Needs to happen. Blow that up. Absolutely nothing out of that. Of course there isn't. Can more stuff, though. Might as well get the gem out of there. We'll wait for the ghost right here. We need to get some Kali sacrifices going. It's going to be fantastic. Anyway, that is my enormous sales pitch, really, for Berserk. It's something that I've talked about before, but I thought I wanted to get into a little bit more detail, especially because how invested I've become in the struggle of guts. It's just super impressive. And it gets you emotionally, man. When you have seen him suffer through so much. When he gets beat up again, man, it's you suffer for the poor guy. It's like you're going to get beat up again. You're going to sacrifice more of yourself again. It gets you. So that's something to keep in mind towards creating your own stories. It's like, it's so powerful. It's so very powerful to have a protagonist that is always behind the 8 ball and that you have that sympathy for, because he has a noble or at least very justified end goal. Perhaps he is a little too consumed by the things that drive him, but you can totally sympathize for his plight. And having him behind the 8 ball all the time, struggling so much all the time, it's an absolute treat. For a story, gets you super invested. And you know, this is nothing incredibly insightful. Like, obviously you want struggle for your protagonist to create a interesting narrative, but the nitty-gritty of it, the detail of it, just how well executed it is, it's important to have in mind. To how to go about your own stories. Trying to get all the money. Doesn't seem to be much more. Also, doesn't seem to be any Yetis around, because I think I shot them all into the abyss. There was a whole bunch of areas that we could have... Actually, no, there was no Yetis in this one. It was the previous level that had a bunch of Yetis. This one has nothing. Trying to find some corpses, but there's absolutely nothing, so we have to self-sacrifice right now. Commit the ultimate sacrificial act. Want to kill myself on Kali's altar, but I will receive the Kapala and I will not be able to grab it. So, not interested in that. What I might be interested on is destroying the Kali altar, but nah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to grab this shotgun and then throw myself into the ghost because I am an idiot. I did not need to grab the shotgun at all, because we're not going to keep it. Get that head jet. Get the hell out of here. We're even 56 minutes, huh? Been slightly too involved in all this nonsense. All this discussion and all this things that we're talking about. The time has been going by so quickly in my mind. Let's see. We can put this pot somewhere nice. This seems like a fine spot. Give me some more pots. Might move them later if we find a shortage of mines. How can we save Major Stupid? This is a very important mission. Must save Major Stupid. He does not deserve to be destroyed by the evil shopkeeper captor. Who the hell? Who's a scumbag that holds a dog hostage? That's the kind of filth that we're fighting against. Yeah. Destroy all that garbage. That's the kind of filth that we're fighting against. No, don't think that we are going against some innocent people, shopkeepers trying to make a living. This is something that I have stated before, but I will state it again because it is 100% the truth. These people deserve the bad things that happen to them. What kind of a scumbag kidnaps a dog and makes you pay? That's right, get wrecked. What kind of a filthy, gross scumbag kidnaps a dog and makes you pay for its rescue? And then makes it do sexual acts on you. Who the hell do you think you are, Kiro? Absolutely not. We will not abide by this disgusting zoophiliac sex trade that you have going on here, shopkeeper man. You disgust me so. Absolutely degenerate. Give me some more pots. We're going to blow them all up. See if we can also get rid of that disgusting mammoth. We do have some spike shoes. We have pretty much every item in the game. There's 0 mines in this level. It's kind of weird. But it doesn't seem to be any other gems either. So it's not even like we're missing anything. Really want this mammoth to meet an untimely demise. kind of an... Oh, there's a mine down there. Did not see it before. There's another one right there. Should help me out with those spots. And also I would like to get rid of this mammoth. So hopefully we can get that done. Did not get that done because I'm an idiot and I did not realize they will... Whoa! Piss off the Yeti, and once more I have committed an idiocy. And now I'm going to be forced to spend a bomb. Sound like some kind of fool. Ah. Just want to get rid of the mammoth. I am fixated now with this filthy mammoth. How it pertains to my run. Get rid of this damn ghost as well. See if we can... Ah! Just whip it to death. Pretty damn annoying. It's going to take a while. Totally going to be worth it. Just you wait. The ice beam will fall into my head, stun me, and throw me into the abyss. Kablamo. Nothing really. Well, it's 2. That's something. Good enough. Alright. Got that done. Ah. Ow. Yeah, that's what I get. That's what I get for dumbassery. And will actually die if I get hit by that mammoth again. So let's just leave it alone. Leave the mammoth alone. That's what we're going to do. Get some extra money. Oh, yeah. There's nothing down here that I want. I guess we could be super fancy. Let's be super fancy. I am the fancy man. It's not that fancy. Not that fancy, but it looks good. That extra diamond right there, looking like a fantastic, super amazing spelunker. I don't know why I'm still doing this. I will die if I keep doing that. I'm pretty damn foolish. Oh, there's some more money up here. He's not even... Remember. Give me that good cash. Yeah. I kind of blew my load earlier with the entire Berserk discussion, and now I got nothing else to rant about. It's absolutely atrocious. It's shameful is what it is. Absolutely nothing to pad up all this silence, all this ghosting shenanigans. Although we're pretty close to the end. We're 3-3, so pretty soon we'll not have to deal with this no more. Let's get that money that I just ghosted, and then we're going to leave. Should have endeavored to get that shotgun out of a shopkeeper. Let's get over here. Thing is, you know, you don't really want to go into several topics of discussion, because then the comments will be just overwhelming. That's the thing that I've been struggling more and more to keep up with the comments. I've been having to not ignore, I read them. Still have time to read every comment. At some point, I'm not going to be able to. But I still have time to read every comment. But stuff that I would normally respond to, I can no longer do it. And it has nothing to do with me trying to be an asshole to you or anything. Sometimes I even find it pretty damn interesting. But I only got so much time. And it's already taking about 3 hours a week to answer all the comments. I batch reply to them one day out of the week. And it takes about 3 hours to get through that list of comments. That's why if you have commented twice that warrant a response from me, you might notice that I respond to all of your stuff all at the same day. And that's what's going on. I am batch replying to everything. And you know, that's a good thing, because that means that the channel is doing better. Getting more engagement from you fellas, and we are having a greater time together, and all that stuff that people say to praise their audience. That is heartfelt. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your butthole. Let's see if we can get this man's shotgun. Kind of annoying. Like, let's see. He'll drop it, and maybe he'll jump up here without grabbing it. Nah, that's too bad. That's okay. He can just jump into the abyss. A Kali Altar will be fantastic here. No such luck, though. Let's just get rid of all the damn threats. He's still somehow not dead. How has he not jumped into the abyss? This weirds me out. Get rid of that garbage. Alright, he's gone. Getting all of these pots, might as well blow him up. plenty of gems to go around in this one. Spend a little bit longer here. It's going to take a while. I'm down for that. I'm totally down for that. Like I said, we're trying to make some money. This is a good seed. Not going to be even remotely the absolute best score you can get now that you can get something upwards of 4 million. But to my standards, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be enough. And you still make it to the top of the leaderboard because there's not that many people that are that dedicated as Kinijup. There's maybe 4 or 5 people in the whole world that are dedicating some actual real effort to this entire endeavor of continuously going over that record over and over. I'm pretty sure that there is no more mines in the level, so we're just gonna have to blow up these spots. There you are. The blammo. There was nothing. It's a filthy snake. Disappointing. Okay, get this stuff over here. Sweet, sweet deal. I need to figure out a way for my chair not to be so noisy. I've been noticing it in the recordings more and more. And when I try to record something that requires a little bit of quiet, I need to be sure to be 100% immobile. Like all the scripted stuff, I need to be very, very still in this chair or it will make super annoying noise. We should be able to get around this ghost pretty easily, getting all the way to the top here by standing here. And then we can go down, get that gem at the right hand side. Get me that good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And we're done pretty much. Ghosting in the sense of all the hard stuff is done. Now we just need to get this ruby as well. Not going to even whip that pile because there is a very high chance I will grab the ruby. Alright, now it's just a matter of picking things up and then leaving this accursed place. And also remembering that there's 2 sapphires over there, so we also need to ghost that. That's some money. Real good. Like before this mothership is damn respectable cash. Where are you, ghost? There you are. Make my life hard is what you're doing. Give me some money right there. Can't wait to finish this daily challenge. Get some more Soma recorded. I have been a really good time having a really good time fapping about in that game. I did not realize that there would be so many interactive objects and goofing out on all the things that you can grab and make attempts at humor that sometimes land. It's a really good time. I wonder though if we'll be able to keep it up as it gets more and more scaly, you know, because there's a good chance that I'll be just screaming out of my head. Will not be able to keep up all the goofs because I'll be too damn intimidated by the game. But nah, I think that we need to keep an irreverent tone. There's enough streamers and YouTubers out there putting on a show of putting a very intimidated face and then screaming like babies. I will scream like a baby, but also crack a joke while I'm at it, hopefully. And that's the entire thing. Staying irreverent is very important to my brand, I think. Like, comment, and subscribe. And most of all, tell me in the comments below whether you think that I should do a dick reveal. If we get to 20,000 subscribers, there will definitely be a dick reveal. And you might remember that I made this exact same promise if we got to the 15,000 subscribers. Oh boy. Ooh, that was intimidating. Get rid of all these damn explosives. Just put up on there. Give me that sweet plasma cannon. Make a name for myself in this corner of the world. Oh, damn. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I was slightly too close. Thing is, I thought for sure that will hit the one at the bottom, like I have plenty of room to hit the one block away, but I went slightly too far up, and I exploded trying to destroy the... Oh man, Ellen now again, the Brazilian political stuff. 2.2 million though. You're entitled to say whatever you want if you get 2 million, man. You did well. You did well in this this wonderful daily challenge. 3-3 7,000. We could have gone that close to that. I don't know if we would have gone to 2.1, but this seed looked amazing. But of course, I had to plasma cannon my face off. Hopefully you enjoy yourself though, for however long it lasted. I'll see you in the next one. And you know what? I am actually open to any suggestions. If you have some other manga that I will totally get into it if it's comparable to Berserk. I don't think anything gets close to that. But if it's comparable and it has some really good stories, sometimes manga is so damn cheesy and foolish. And you know, I'm not into that. I'm not into the entire aspect of goof. I like much more a much more serious tone. So if there's something amazing, I will totally listen to your recommendations. But I will say though, I have a pretty high standard. If it's not close to that Berserk quality, which is pretty insane to ask for, I'm probably not going to be into it. Anyway, hopefully you had a good time. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, maybe don't blow your face off when you're trying to make money.